You're in for it now. Brutal truth, regulatory, rundown startup horror stories, founder FAQ advice. You didn't ask for last laugh. Brutal truth. Your startup is not a school car wash, so stop treating it like one. You cannot manifest your way into a seed round, sweetie. I don't care how innovative your deck looks or how many times you wrote disrupt in Comic Sans. If you walk into an investor meeting without actual financials, like real ones, not the duct tape nonsense your friend of a friend who took an accounting class made in Excel, you're just wasting everyone's time, including mine. These people aren't funding your dream journal. They're looking for someone who knows how to run a business, not someone who's still using Venmo for payroll. Having zero clue where your money's going isn't quirky founder, it's a liability. And no, where pre revenue isn't an excuses to skip financial hygiene. If your books are messier than a gas station bathroom, nobody's giving you money unless it's to go away. Clean up, know your numbers, or keep pretending your startup's just one more LinkedIn post away from greatness. If you don't understand debt, you'll never be truly wealthy. Cody Sanchez, a smart CFO or finance pro, will make sure you're not bleeding cash before you even get funded. Need one? FinSuite Consulting has you covered. Regulatory rundown when the market tanks, but you're still regular, hydrated, and mildly confused about global economics. When tariffs attack, the market's latest horror show. Well, folks, it seems the financial markets have taken a nosedive faster than your last attempt at a juice cleanse. Thanks to the Trump administration's latest round of tariffs, because nothing says economic strategy like taxing everything that moves, the stock market has thrown a tantrum reminiscent of a toddler denied candy. The Dow plunged over 1,600 points, marking its worst drop since that time we all hoarded toilet paper. That is a core memory I'd like to not think about right now, or what we had to do in order to wipe away that memory. What I do know is alienating every friend on the planet might not be the move for the US economy. Not to be outdone, the crypto market decided to join the pity party. Bitcoin tumbled below $83,000, dragging other cryptocurrencies down with it. Even Bitcoin's unofficial captain of the team, Saylor, has his minions holding on buying in the dip, leaving us all wondering how worried we should be. Apparently, digital assets aren't as immune to real world politics as we'd hoped, though most of us who are diehard OGs in that space will keep hodling like our lives depend on it. I'm not admitting, even if mine does. Subscribers only, how to keep your startup afloat. When the economy's doing the Macarena, diversify your supply chain. If you're relying solely on imports subject to these new tariffs, it's time to explore local alternatives or less affected markets. Diversification isn't just for investment portfolios, it's for survival. Reevaluate pricing strategies. With increased costs due to tariffs, assess whether you can absorb them or need to adjust your pricing. Transparent communication with customers about price changes can maintain trust. Monitor cash flow religiously. In uncertain times, cash is king. Keep a hawk's eye on your burn rate and ensure you have a buffer to weather the storm. Also, refer back to the brutal truth if you are a slow learner. Stay agile. Be prepared to pivot your business model if necessary. Flexibility can be the difference between sinking and swimming when external factors wreak havoc. Remember, it's not about avoiding the storm, but learning how to dance in the rain, preferably without slipping on economic banana peels. The frankly absurd tale of Charlie Javis, the rise and fall of Franca, the startup world. A glittering stage where wonderkins dazzle us with their innovations, only to trip over their own egos. Enter Charlie Javis, the Wharton alum who founded Frank in 2016, a platform claiming to simplify the FAFSA process for students drowning in bureaucracy. Sounds noble, right? Fast forward to 2021, and JP Morgan Chase, ever the discerning suitor, snaps up Frank for a cool $175 million. But here's the kicker. Frank's user base was as real as a $3 bill. Javis assured JP Morgan that over 4 million eager students were on board. Reality check? The number was closer to 300,000. To bridge this gaping chasm, Javis allegedly paid a data scientist $18,000 to conjure up millions of fake accounts, because nothing says trust me like a spreadsheet full of ghosts. Shockingly, this house of cards didn't stand. In December 2022, JP Morgan sued Javis for fraud, and by April 2023, the feds charged her with multiple counts, including wire and bank fraud. The climax? A March 2025 conviction that could see her spending decades perfecting her Pilates moves behind bars. Let's not let JP Morgan off the hook. Their due diligence was about as thorough as a toddler's toothbrushing routine. They swallowed Javis's inflated claims without so much as a burp, only realizing their indigestion when marketing emails to these users bounced back like bad checks. Frank, company, Wikipedia, Charlie Javis, Wikipedia, CNBC article, March 28, 2025, founder FAQ. Stop playing CFO on hard mode Q. I want to hire a fractional accountant, controller, or CFO, but I don't know where to start or what to ask to ensure they aren't going to screw me. I need help. A. Hiring a fractional CFO? Don't get catfished in QuickBooks. So, you've realized your startup's financials are one confusing mess away from a true crime documentary, and you're finally ready to bring in a grown-up. Good on you. But now you're stuck in LinkedIn hell, trying to choose between someone with every letter of the alphabet after their name and some guy who's really passionate about spreadsheets. Here's the harsh truth. Your financial team is just as important as your legal counsel or product dev squad. You wouldn't let a stranger draft your terms of service or design your backend. Hey, I said backend. So why are you okay handing your cash flow over to someone whose only credential is a Canva-made resume? Advice you didn't ask for. Don't blow your budget playing dress up at a conference look. I get it. You see those shiny booths with neon signs and matching t-shirts at conferences, and suddenly you're like, maybe if we spend $20K on a 10x10 square of carpet and give out branded stress balls, investors will magically appear. Spoiler alert, they won't. The only thing you're guaranteed to get from a booth is back pain and a hefty credit card bill. Unless your product is a walking billboard or you've got Oprah levels of brand clout, skip the booth and invest in actually connecting with humans. The last laugh investor expectations versus what you actually shipped. 6 months late. Learn AI in 5 minutes a day. This is the easiest way for a busy person wanting to learn AI in as little time as possible. 1. Sign up for the Rundown AI newsletter. They send you 5-minute email updates on the latest AI news and how to use it. 3. You learn how to become 2x more productive by leveraging AI sign up to start learning.